Hey Snapchat, today I want to talk about motivating and retaining your best employees at a startup, especially in a competitive market. As a VC, I'm often working with founding teams when they have a key employee who's just quit and they're trying to save. The problem is that's usually too late. If someone's already told you that they want to break up with you, you've probably already missed out. So I'm going to cover how to get in front of that. My shortcut for remembering this is to say, never roll out the red carpet when your employee's on the way out the door. So obviously the key is to get in front of it before people actually become upset. You need to take your employee base and categorize in three categories: A's, B's, and C's. The A players are obviously the must-haves, and only a few people at a startup actually make an enormous difference. Know that any goodwill with an employee is already lost if they have to come to you with a tin cup and ask you for something. The golden rule of keeping employees happy is unexpected increases in either compensation, role, or even just recognition. So it's not uncommon for me at board meetings to pull aside the founders and say, who are your top 3 key contributors that are undercompensated today, and what are we going to do about it? And often the amount of equity increases you can give these key contributors isn't going to have a profound impact on your company. And if you wait to do it at annual review time or until they complain, you've already lost the upper hand in terms of controlling the emotion. Nobody in life ever comes to you and says, you know what? I just decided I wanted to give you more equity or more comp or more responsibility. I know you didn't ask. Just think about what that would do for your psyche to know that somebody else was proactively looking out for your best interests and you didn't have to ask. And trust me when I tell you those are going to be your most loyal employees, because they're going to know that you really have their back, that you really care for them. And I want to give you a couple of hacks, even if you don't have a lot of excess cash, other ways to reward people and make them feel good. If you're short on cash, the most obvious place to increase people is equity. Another huge motivator is when you give people gifts or experiences that were unexpected, maybe a dinner for 4 at a fancy restaurant. The beautiful thing is for less than $1,000, you show huge respect to somebody, and that person's loved one, if you buy 4 tickets to dinner, are going to know how much they matter. Who does that? Who gives a person free dinner for 4 at a top restaurant and lets them take their wife or their boyfriend or their girlfriend and another couple and lets them know how much? And the truth is that same $1,000 that you may give someone in cash, they probably are going to be offended. They get $500 after tax and it probably feels cheap. I'm using this as an example to show you that recognizing and rewarding people is not just about putting in money in their pocket. For an amazing performer, I've even sent 2 people on a long weekend, give them a day off and pay for their flights and hotels. That might cost you $2,000. Any expert will tell you the key to motivating is to make sure it's unexpected and thoughtful. Another easy give is title. I know people are afraid of title inflation, but often small increases in title can show people how much you care. Surprisingly, people can be motivated by increases in responsibility, giving people a little bit more control over outcomes. And be explicit about it. Say, I want you to be in charge of this project and I want you to make the final decision and own the end result. Another huge non-financial motivator is when you unexpectedly praise people in front of others. So maybe it is pulling the whole company together to offer public praise. Maybe it's writing about it publicly, or maybe it's even helping get press for that person. Another huge disproportionate gain relative to cost is showing people you want to develop their careers. So maybe it's education or conferences or investing in coaching. Another easy win, frankly, is taking people out for dinner and spending time telling them how important they are to you. And I have one more tip on that coming next. It can't just be a work dinner where you talk shop. What I would do is invite their partner, invite their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their spouse, and have a social dinner. Get to make sure to ask people openly and honestly if they're enjoying themselves, how things are going, and what you could do to improve. People appreciate that. Motivating employees is not just about throwing money around. It's about showing them that you care, developing their careers, and making them feel valued.